It's the Immaculate Podcast.
You are now listening to the Immaculate One.
The Immaculate Podcast.
You are now tuned into the Immaculate One.
It's the Immaculate Podcast.
You are now listening to the Immaculate One.
It's the Immaculate Podcast.
You are now tuned into the Immaculate One.
Sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we are back yet again for another episode. Well, technically it's not an episode. This is just kind of me mingling with y'all on the Immaculate Podcast. I am your host. See, I did that last time, and it was such a cringe. And every time I think it, I think you guys are laughing at me every time. So I got to find a new stick to be able to introduce myself. Because every time I do that, my voice cracks. I don't know why. Because when I'm in the wrestling ring, it doesn't crack like that. But for some reason, when I do it, I'm like, Ma! See, that's way too loud. I don't know if I got to adjust my digital board. But, like, I sound like crap. I sound like crap. And I know you guys, every time when I yell like that, I know you guys are over here like, shut up, bitch. I know it. So. Just want to stop in, check out with you guys, see what's going on, with you guys. I know there's been a lot going on in the world. You got, potentially you got United States and Venezuela, and you got Ukraine, you got Russia, and then you got Iran and Israel, and then you got what's going on here. You got the government shutdown that had happened, and then the SNAP benefits and everything shut down, and then people weren't getting their food, and I mean, there was just a lot going on, and I'm sure there's a lot of stuff going on in your personal houses as well, a lot of personal things that are going on in your life as well. So that's mainly what I want to talk to you guys about, was to talk about just keeping your mental capacity at bay. We live in a society where life sometimes can throw us obstacles. We don't necessarily know why those obstacles are hitting us, nor do we really see them coming at times, and we want to question a lot of what's going on and why we were the ones that were chosen to handle these objectives. And, I've been hit with those, I've been hit with some of these, as of recent. I've been hit with some last year, over the decade and things like that. And I know you guys have too. And it's very easy to stay consistent and kind of brush it off and take it on the shin and keep pushing forward. But, there comes a point in time where you eventually, you have enough, you have enough. And sometimes when you have enough, it can get very dark, and not many people can understand you, and like I'm one of those people. I'm the one that always checks on people all the time. Every time I see them, I'll dap them up. Hey, what's going on? How are you doing? How's your family doing? How are you doing as a whole? I mean, I treat everybody the same, whether it's a casual person or if it's a celebrity that I run across, or anything. If it's someone of a higher status, I'm always like, how you doing? Mentally, physically, spiritually, and things like that, because you never know what people are going through. So, like I was kind of thinking to myself, like going through like some of the dark times. It's just like, we lose sight of the people that are always trying to be the heroes, and we're really good. We're really good about always being asked how we doing, but we never ask them how they're doing, because people like myself that always ask people, we never talk about it because we're supposed to stay strong for other people, and we're always taught to never break. And the thing is you can only put so much into a glass before it breaks. And the thing is no matter how strong that glass is, no matter what foundation, no matter the material, no matter how it was even properly molded and put together, glass will always break. And that's the thing that we lose sight of. So I just want to bring the attention that, guys, we all have friends in our friendship circles that we do need to check on and just ask them, like, how are you doing? You're always the positive one. You're the one that's always checking on us. You're always smiling, but how are you really doing? So I run to these moments and I think to myself, how am I doing? And it's okay to not be okay. And I don't want to sound soft or anything because that's not the point. But it's okay to look at yourself in the mirror and be like, it's not okay. And that's always been a struggle with me because, again, I've always had to be the tough guy. I always had to be the wall for everybody else. I always had to be the brick wall for everybody else. I always had to be the glue that kept everybody else together. And you go through certain situations and it doesn't make sense. And then, I think biblically and I think God can, God will never give you more than you can't handle. And, that runs in my mind all the time. Like, man, you're built for this. You're built for this. You were chosen to be like this. But how many times do you actually sit there and think like, man, I'm almost to my breaking point? You always get there at some point. And we got to have those friends that are there to support each other to be able to say, hey, I got your back. I know we might not talk much. I know when we see each other out, our conversations are short, but I got your back. When's the last time you told someone, I love you, man, or girl, I love you, and I got your back? And if there's anything you're going through, if you just need an ear, just someone to vent to, I'm there. I won't say a word. I will just listen. I will be your dictionary. I'll be your diary. I'll be your notepad. How many times have we ever said that? And I ask myself that a lot. I don't. I don't. Like, again, I'm always the guy that always listens. And again, we go through so much stuff in life, and we come to a breaking point. And once we get to that breaking point, what do we do when we can't go to someone? You know what I mean? And right away, Robert, I see you in the comment section, man. Don DeMarco for Robert, man. That's my boy in there, man. Robert's been on the podcast, guys, and is doing phenomenal things right now for the Republican Party. He's a very big conservative guy, big Charlie Kirk fan. Had the privilege to meet that guy, man. I wish I was on his level at his age, whenever I was that young. So shout out to you, man. But yeah, guys, what I'm mainly here to talk to is I'm mainly here to talk to the ones that are struggling in the silence. And I just want to let you guys know that you're not the only one struggling in silence. You're not the only one that's pretending and putting this wall up to protect other people, because you know that you don't want to put your burdens on someone else. You don't want to bring that stress to someone else because you're used to always getting the stress yourself. And you know how to handle it when it comes from someone else, but you don't know how to handle it by pushing it out to someone. Make sure you guys find somebody that you can talk to. It could be your brother, it could be your sister, your mom, your dad, your cousin, your best friend, your neighbor, a role model, someone you look up to. It can even be someone that you don't really know, but like can resonate the same message. Like, you guys always seem to click. You guys, you need somebody. That's what I'm realizing is you need somebody. We can only be Superman for so long, We can only have this cape on the backs for so long before they stop flying in the wind, before eventually we hit our breaking point. Even Superman hit his breaking point. Spider-Man hit his breaking point. All the Avengers hit their breaking point. The man upstairs, he hit his point. We're all built to break at some point, and we got to make sure that we have a team, at least 2 to 3 other people that we can count on to be like, hey, I need help. And it's not no sense of weakness. It's got nothing to do with lowering yourself or feeling like you're belittling yourself or underneath somebody. It's just simply saying, like, hey, I need your help. So anybody, that's watching this, that's, probably sitting there going, man, he's kind of right. Reach out to somebody. Reach out to somebody that you know that you can confidently have a conversation with, that doesn't leave you guys, and be like, hey, I just want to talk to you, from one man to another man, from man to a woman, or whatever that is. I got friends that are like that, that I talk to like that, that I've had those moments with, and vice versa. I feel like I'm always the guy that most people come to, which is fine. I accept that responsibility, and I love having that responsibility. But at what point do we stop putting so much in the glass before it breaks? So I like to bring the awareness of the mental strength that most of those people have, those stoic mindset. It doesn't matter how many punches you throw at us, we're going to keep taking them on the shin and we're going to keep fighting back. We're going to stand 10 toes. Those are the people that I'm really talking to in this situation. Guys, for the ones that I'm not talking to, reach out to those people. As you're listening to me right now, go through your cell phone and text 5 people that are very important to you and just say thank you. I appreciate you always being there for me, to be my backbone, to be my support, to have love for me, to do anything for me, because those same people might need that. They genuinely might need that. And the thing is that you just got to stay strong. You got to stay strong, and we sit here a lot and we try to do what we can, but at the end of the day, guys, we can only handle so much. And at the end of the day, we're one person. We're not perfect. We don't pretend to be perfect. All we want is to make everybody happy, but at what point where we have to look for ourselves and be able to say, hey, you know what? I need help. So, I really want to encourage you guys to have conversations with people. Even if they don't want to open up, just the fact that you ask them opens that little door to say, hey, I'm here if you need it. And after so many times of asking for it, you'll be amazed that those people will eventually say, well, hey, this is what's going on. It's kind of like those AA meetings. Like I've sat in to support my mom in those AA meetings, and I noticed some people will go pass. It'll be their turn to talk, and they'll say pass, and it's because they're not comfortable with it. And they'll come back next week, and they'll be like pass, and then they'll come back a month from now, and they might be like pass, and then they'll be 2 months in, and they'll say pass. But eventually, they will open up, and when they do open up, you may be surprised on what they're going through. So, I encourage every single person that, is taking the time to watch this video, check up on your good people. Check up on the strong ones. Check up on your strong soldiers that are always standing 10 toes. And no matter what objective that you may be going through, whether you are the concrete or whether you're someone that always goes out and asks for help, always know that anytime there's ever a thunderstorm, there's always sunlight afterwards. There's always got to be good. If you believe in bad, you got to believe in good. If you believe in evil, there has to be a good. If you believe in the devil, you believe in God. If you believe in God, you believe in the devil. There's a lot of things in life that we are stacked up against to make us fail, whether you believe it or not. And the thing is we're built for it. We just got to want it. We can't quit. We can't lay down. We can't say, you know what, I've had enough, because the second you stop is when you actually lose the fight. Even though you might go down to one knee, hell, you might go down to 2 knees, you might even get knocked down. But if you get back up every single time, you're still in the fight. And that's where most people lose sight, is once they get knocked down, they want to quit. And the thing is when you quit, the opposing person that is causing the pain to you wins. We're not here to let them win. You can take 1,000 shots to the face, get up 1,001, and stand 10 toes and ask for more. Because one thing that I do notice is God will never give us more than we can't handle. And that's true. That's true. Think about everything that you've done thus far up until this point, right at this second in your life, and think about all the hardships of things that you went through that were literally shattering to you. It could even be breakups. It could be financial. It could be physical, mental. It could be spiritual. I mean, there's so many things that are stacked against us in life that are supposed to break us down and grind us and make us into nothing. And the ones that stand up and still ask for more and fight it straight on and never quit are the real winners. They are, because they don't quit. And I do that as a reminder because I specifically want to encourage people when you're knocked down and you got nothing and your back's against the wall, guess what? You can't go any further back. You have to go forward. As I said, anytime there's ever a thunderstorm, there's sunshine after that. All you got to do is stay within the fight long enough to see the sunshine. Anytime, I mean, we live in the Midwest. We have 4 seasons in 4 days. You know, like anytime there's a tornado that comes through and wrecks everything, there's always sunshine after it. So again, if we stay strong and don't quit, no matter what you're going through, I know there's people right now that are watching me that are going through stuff that they haven't even talked about with their own people, and that's fine. Just find you one person that you can talk to off the record and explain to them how you feel, and make sure if you don't feel comfortable talking about it, say it in text. If you can't say it in text, describe it. Hell, I don't know, create a video or show a song or elaborate it in some way that helps you communicate to the person that could potentially help you. Because the ones that unfortunately don't and they quit, we lose those people. We lose them, mentally. We lose them physically. We lose them spiritually. We lose them as humans. We have situations where we've all been affected by people who just couldn't do it anymore. And I think about those people a lot because, unfortunately their glass broke. And they put so much into that glass, and that glass built up. And you can be the strongest person in the world, guys. You can be Hercules. You can be the strongest man in the world. Your glass is going to break. It happens. But what doesn't happen is you quitting as long as you got people in your corner to talk to. Like I said, it doesn't have to be anybody of someone in your inner circle. It could be just someone. It could even be me. And be like, you know what, man, what you said, it really hit home to me, man. And this is what I got going on. I'll listen. I live on the mindset of I'm here to leave the world better than as I found it. And that's why I do things like homeless giveaways and shopping sprees and stuff, because that stuff brings people faith. And I don't have a particular reason why I do that kind of stuff. It's not for some gimmick. I don't get paid for it or anything like that. It just feels good to do, because those people are on the brink of collapsing. Those people don't have homes. Those people don't have cars. Those people don't have food every night. Those people are sleeping outside on benches. These people are roaming through trash cans to try to eat. These people don't have electricity. These people don't have a ball cap. These people don't have a hoodie. These people don't have internet. These people don't have cell phones. These people don't have life in general that you and I have, that we overlook. And that's another thing, is people, we always overlook our blessings. We do, because we're always worried about what we're going to get next, or we're worried about what the next person has. And it's very, very, very humbling when you can really go to the lowest of the low and see what that looks like, and then go back to your home and see what you have and understand how great you really got it. Just because you're not a millionaire or a billionaire or even someone that makes six figures, that doesn't mean that they're living the perfect lifestyle. I'll be even honest with you. One value that I guarantee a billionaire would buy from anybody if they could buy it is loyalty. You can't buy loyalty. You have to earn it. And you have to respect someone enough to be able to give it to them and them give it to you. That's free. That's the crazy part, guys. It's free. Building the respect between you and someone else and that trust to be able to talk about dark, deep things that you don't necessarily want to get out. These are characteristics that don't cost you any money. And the bond that you can build with somebody and the trust comes a long way, because we all go through this moment where our glass is going to break. And it's up to us to be able to let it out before it's too late, because once the glass breaks, all bets are off. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. And I hope by what I'm saying can resonate with somebody who might be on that brink. You're not by yourself. You're not alone. I'm a message away. Vice versa for myself. I need to, do a better job whenever I'm at that low point. I need to make sure I reach out instead of bottling it, because that's what I do. I bottle so much into this bottle, and it's massive, and it just keeps building up and building up and building up and building up. Well, eventually it's got to overflow, or it's got to shatter. And we got to be able to make sure that we have our team that has our back. Not necessarily friends, not BFs, not ride or dies, that kind of stuff. Just someone that can keep you from breaking your glass. So I encourage you, if you don't have someone in your circle that can help you unload what's in that glass and take out some of that pressure, you need to find somebody, and you need to find them quick, because the world's getting worse. It's gonna get worse. It's supposed to get worse. If you are a believer in Christ, then you know that the world's gonna get worse. It's supposed to. It's written in the Bible. No one's coming to save us. That's just the truth. No one's coming to save us. I mean, yes, when it's time when it's time when God comes down, yes. But up until that point, no one's coming to save you. There's nothing. It's you. You came in this world by yourself, and you're gonna leave by yourself. And you got to make sure that you build enough structures around you to keep your foundation strong. And I want to make sure that everybody has a foundation strong enough to withstand those storms that you and I go through on a daily basis, or a weekly basis, or a yearly basis, or whatever that is. Maybe you got so much on your plate right now that you're at a wit's end. That's fine. Talk to somebody about it. If you're going through a financial crisis, talk to somebody about it. If you're going through a mental crisis, talk to somebody about it. The more that you let out, the more pressure you're going to let out of that glass. And you're going to feel better after it. Are you going to feel great when you're explaining it? No. I'm here to tell you you're not. I don't like talking to people. I don't. I talk to you guys, but what I mean by that is pouring emotions. I don't like talking to people. It's just something I don't do. I've always been taught to stand 10 toes and take it in, and that's what I will always continue to do it. But the thing is when you keep doing that, it's actually not healthy for you. And for my strong soldiers, shout out to y'all. We just got to do a better job at knowing who we can talk to. Don't just go out there and talk your business to anybody, because that's how people hurt you. But make sure you got that somebody. I heard a saying one time by Joey Diaz. He said, you don't need a bunch of friends. All you need is 3 people to help you take over the world. And that's the truth. If think of it this way, if the world went to shit today, okay, say the world went to shit and whatever, the world just started to end. Who are you going to? Who are you teaming up with? Who's your core 5? Who's your core 3? Who's your core 10? If you can't name 3 to 5 people right now, if you called when the world went to shit, that's not good. That's not okay. So like I said, build you a team. If you don't have a team, build you a team. If you can't find you a team, reach out. I'll help you. I don't know, but the world sucks. It sucks. There's bad people. There's bad people everywhere you go. There's going to be great moments, but there's going to be more bad moments than great moments. And this isn't to be like, oh man, let me be a Debbie Downer. It's not about that, guys. Just being realistic. I just want your mental game stronger than what it is right now, because there's pain that we all carry, and we just keep loading it, and we keep loading it, and we keep loading it. We got to let it out. And if you're a person that you're like, well, man, life's perfect, Okay, that's fine. If that's truly how you feel and life is perfect, share with somebody else. Share what you do to other people and say, hey, this is what I'm doing. Doesn't necessarily mean it's right, doesn't necessarily mean it's wrong. It's all objective. But share that with somebody because you'll be amazed on who needs it. You'll be amazed on who reciprocates that message and actually utilizes it and puts it in their daily lives. Um, because like I said, this world sucks. It really does. Something I learned today is you can't always put faith in everything. You just can't. And that's okay. Because you take a step back and then you look at everything that you've created or you've built up until this point and you count the blessings that you already have that has already been possessed to you, that's already given to you, that's already been admitted to you. And then you just take a look at what you got. Think about this. Think about the last time you really laughed really hard or you smiled really big and really gravitate to that type of feeling there because that's the type of feeling that we all need to continuously keep having in order to keep faith into this world because like I said, the world sucks. It's bad. It's bad people around. But we're only going to keep fighting and keep winning and keep standing 10 toes if we keep pushing positivity and keep building people up and reaching out to the ones that struggle and, just keeping faith to not quit. And when, yesterday when we were given the 60 turkeys, they was like, oh my God, thank you so much. Thank God. Thank God. God set this up. Thank him. He's got your back. I'm just here to support. Obviously, I'm here to support to you guys. I got your back too. But it's just giving that faith. They gave me a couple of hugs. That's cool. Like, everything's going to be okay. But you guys got to have somebody to talk to. And if you don't, find somebody. If you don't have a team, build you a team. If you don't know how to build a team, reach out. Reach out to somebody and say, hey, how can I build a team that can help me out? So, I didn't want to go too long about that. Like I said, I really wanted to go in. Shout out to you, Anna. I see you in the comment section. Oh, I'm okay. Yeah, I'm definitely okay. I see you in Peace. Peace is in the building. Oh my God. Peace is in the building. I see you, my boy. Sven said, hit me up when you get a chance. All right, Sven, I got you, bro. I'll hit you up. Don DeMarco for Sven, bro. Sven always being here. Showing your boy love nonstop. But yeah, guys, I really, just like I said, I really want to encourage you guys to understand when you're in those really dark down times and you really need somebody, just make sure you guys have that one person that you can call on and say, hey, I just need you real quick. You know what I mean? And they will literally stop anything, whatever they're doing, to come get you. Matter of fact, shout out to my boy Peace, because I always be messing with Peace all the time. But, I ain't going to give out no juice, Peace. But, there's times where he's like, man, I'm just going through it right now, And the fact that he would say that to me, allows me to know that, like, he trusts me enough to talk about what's going on. And he knows that I got his back and I'll do anything for him. If he calls me and he's 4 states over stranded and in the cold, you damn better believe I'm going to be doing 100 down that interstate risking getting tickets to come get my guy. You know what I mean? You just got to make sure you have a team of people that you can talk to about anything, not just negative things, just even positive things to be proud of, to be like, oh my God, you wouldn't believe what happened today, because your team of people are going to uplift you beyond the feeling that you're already currently feeling now. So if you are feeling down, they're going to pick you up. If you're feeling up, they're going to boost you even higher. If you're level and you're screwing up, they're going to be able to level you out and tell you you're screwing up. These people are hard to find, guys. Like I said, if billionaires could buy loyalty, they would. They genuinely would. So, again, guys, I was only gonna go like 30 minutes, and just remind people to stay strong. I know that you're going through some stuff right now that other people probably don't know. You're not at it alone. Reach out. Find a way to bring that happiness back into you. If you're not sure how to do that, like I said, imagine the last time that you had a really good laugh or a really good time where you just sat back and you just really like cherished that moment that had just happened. It could be when your child graduated. It could be when your child was born. It could be when you were on the beach. It could be when you won a championship. Whatever that is, guys, think about those point in times when you get to your lowest point and the things that make you smile. And I always say this: those times that made you smile, when you think about it and you think about those good times, you actually kind of smile a little bit when you do it. And it's your body reminding you that everything's going to be okay. So, oh, shoot, I see Perry in the comment. Perry, I see you, my boy. Perry definitely understands what I'm talking about. Going through some changes in your life. Shout out to him, man. He went through some changes in his life, and he stood 10 toes, and people talked about him and tried to knock him down and tarnished the Henderson name and all that good stuff. And you know what he did? He took it on the chin and said, "You ain't putting me down." And not only that you didn't put him down, but he came back stronger than ever. So, it just proves that as long as we don't lose sight, guys, and we get ourselves a team of people that we can trust, we can overcome anything, period. I know usually you guys are used to me being all animated and yelling and da-da-da this and da-da-da that, but this isn't really one of those. This is just kind of like a heart-to-heart or a camera-to-camera or a electronic, but this is not only just on Facebook, which, by the way, guys, make sure you guys like this. Make sure you guys subscribe to this. If you guys haven't already went to the Immaculate Facebook page, guys, please do that. Please go to the YouTube page, guys. If you are on YouTube, my YouTube people, make sure you give us a like. Please make sure you guys hit that notification button. Please give us a subscription, guys. To do any of those, they're all free. And people are always like, "Man, I support you and I do this and I do that." Only reason if I know if you really support me is if you like my stuff, okay? And it's free. It's free. Like me. I donate to homeless. I'm a believer in Christ. I try to be the best version of myself. I'm always trying to be positive and I always try to uplift people. But if you really mess with me, like my stuff. That's it. It's free. So if this video or any video makes sense to you, like, share it. I don't care if you share it for an hour and take it down. Just share it. I don't care. Just any kind of support, guys. This is just something that I want to get out to people who don't know about the podcast, who may actually be able to get something out of it, because we are on Spotify and we're all on any type of platform that you can get podcasts from. The Immaculate Podcast is available. I mean, you can literally talk to your Alexa and say, "Hey, play the Immaculate Podcast," and it'll pop up. I encourage you guys to go into Spotify and Apple Music and every other podcast platform. Make sure you guys go in and hit the notification button on the Immaculate Podcast, so that way everything that gets popped up, it pops up on your guys' music software or music software programs as well. Michael said, "I haven't seen your YouTube channel yet. Gotta go check it out." Yes, it's literally the same. Michael, which shout out to you, bro. I hope you're doing well, man. Don DeMarco, bro. I hadn't seen you in a while, Michael. I hope you're doing well, man. Seriously. Me and Michael used to go back, man. Michael's a good dude. Michael, it's the Immaculate Podcast. It's on YouTube. TheImmaculatepodcast. It's on there, dude. Give me a like, give me a subscribe, that kind of good stuff. Hell, even if it's something that makes sense in there, drop in the comment section. Even if you want to talk crap, drop in the comment section. Any type of criticism, drop in the comment section. I know a lot of you guys will drop in there, just even be like, "What's up?" And I greatly appreciate that, because believe it or not, Facebook does and YouTube do take an account of how many people that actually are interacting with the videos and stuff. And not only that I get the reports, but they get the reports. And the more active you guys are, is the more that they're going to push the algorithm to other people. So that's why it's very important for you guys to like this stuff. I'm not just asking you to like it because I think it's cool or anything of that caliber. So, again, if you really mess with me and you want to support what I do, just give me a like, hit that notification button, subscribe. That's all I need from you, to be honest with you. I really hope that this video can reach out to somebody and just refocus them, or even just remotivate them to stand strong, stand 10 toes, because you're killing it. I'm here to tell you what you're going through in life right now. You're absolutely amazing. You're killing it. Stand 10 toes. Don't back down. You keep fighting and you don't quit. It's just that simple. It might be storming right now. Hell, it might be hailing right now. But guess what? As soon as that storm is over, it's all rainbows, sunshines, and it's all beautiful. And all you got to do is be patient, and you just keep fighting and don't quit. It's literally that simple. Now here, I understand that mentally it might not be that easy. This is why we have the team that I was explaining about. Make sure you get you a team to just literally get them to check up on you, even if it's once a month, guys. Like I said, right now, shoot a text to somebody and just be like, just wanted to check on you. Just random. Don't say, hey, what's up? Hey, how are you, bro? Any of that? Hey, girl? None of that. Just wanted to check up on you. You will be amazed on how many people you will uplift their spirits and will smile. And you don't know who is having a bad day. But that one simple text that took you 3 seconds could change the outcome of how someone's day is. It could change their week. It could change their month. It could even change their mindset that could have potentially been harmful. I've lost friends to unaliving themselves and deep things like that. And I've always said, man, I wish they would have reached out to me because I feel like I could have changed them. But it starts with, again, having that strong foundation, and then having the supporting cast to keep that foundation strong. You know, we got all these buildings built in the world. We drive downtown and stuff like that. Those are all they have other structures that keep them strong off the one main foundation. And without all these other supporting casts, that foundation will crumble. Again, if I use a glass and I keep putting stuff in the glass, and eventually it's going to bust, it's going to break. Do you really want to be that glass that breaks? Or do you eventually want to keep building it up to the point where you feel comfortable enough to see what's going to happen and forecast it and say, hey, can I talk to you real quick? Off the record, away from everybody. Even if you don't vent everything, just vent a little bit. Do it in a text. Like I said, if you can't do it in a text or you can't do it in person, use a song, use a video, use a picture, use anything that can send that message that makes you feel comfortable and confident in the conversation that you have, because you'll not only feel better about it, but it'll make you stronger, because we were given 2 ears and 1 mouth, which means we were taught to listen and to learn and to adapt. And why we adapt is because there's a lot of objectives that were thrown in our life. So we learn from them, we listen on how to overcome them, and then we adapt to overcome the objectives. So I encourage you guys to, use that and share it with somebody. Like I said, shoot somebody a text right now and just say, just wanted to check up on you. Don't say anything else. You'll be amazed at how much they'll really appreciate that. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I will be on Sunday for a podcast episode. I know the last 2 that I've done kind of just been like, just drop-ins and whatnot, or information about updates on the podcast and stuff like that. But guys, I'm constantly working on the podcast. Like I said, I have a team. My IT guy Sean, my editing guy Sam. Shout out to my other guy Josh Stratton. Everybody's moving. This is all a revolving door. But it takes time. But the platform is growing, guys. It really is. I've constantly talked about the insight on how much traffic the page is accumulating. Now we just got to get them in here. They're obviously looking up the page. We just got to get them to attach to the page. Like, you guys are here, and I know you guys are always in the comment section supporting your boy, and I appreciate that more than anything. So, you guys be safe. Take care of yourselves. I will talk to you guys here soon. I appreciate you guys dropping in. Like I said, matter of fact, Don DeMarco for anybody that dropped in here. You guys could be doing 1,000,001 other things right now, but you guys chose to be here with me. So I'm grateful for that. Shout out to the Facebook viewership. Shout out to the YouTube viewership. I appreciate all you guys. If you guys have any questions, please drop them in the comment section. I do pay attention to the comments. Please drop in there. Give us a like. Give us a share. Give us a subscribe. Like I said, if you guys haven't done it already, please go on the Immaculate Podcast page on Facebook. Please go on the YouTube Facebook page as well, on the Immaculate Podcast. Every time that we post a video, guys, it should go right up on there. Generally, it's usually 24 to 48 hours. I try to give my I try to give my editing guy a break because he does have a very busy schedule, but he's doing a phenomenal job on not only editing them and making the corrections and all that good stuff. So I try not to bother him. I just always let him know, hey, the video is in the archives, and then he basically goes in and he makes his little cool digital effects, and then he puts it up there because he's a badass. Shout out to you, Sam. But yeah, guys, I will catch you guys here next. I'll catch you guys on Sunday for the Immaculate Podcast. Once again, that is TheIMMACULATE. C. Wait a minute. AST. Yeah. All right, guys. I'll see you guys on the next episode of the Immaculate Podcast. Be safe.
It's the Immaculate Podcast.
You are now listening to the Immaculate One.
The Immaculate